We are told the diagram shows two shaded shapes A and B. Shape A is formed by removing a sector of a circle that has radius 3x minus 1 centimeters from a sector of the circle with radius 5x minus 1 centimeters. And shape B is a circle of diameter 2 minus 2x centimeters. We are then told the area of shape A is equal to the area of shape B, and we have to find the value of x, showing all our working. And this question is worth 5 marks, okay? So, the first thing to do, okay, is to find the area of shape A. So we're going to say area of shape A, and this is going to be area of sector minus the cutout. Okay, so let's first start by finding the area of sector. And the formula for the area of sector, I'm just going to denote it AOS, so area of sector, to save some time, is the angle divided by 360 times pi r squared. So this will be 45 degrees over 360 degrees times pi. Now our radius, if we look here, 3x minus 1 is our cutout, but the whole sector is including this 2x. So it's 3x minus 1 centimeters plus 2x centimeters, which is 5x minus 1 squared centimeters squared. Okay, so we need to square the 5x minus 1, and then the unit is centimeters squared because it's an area. Now, 45 over 360. We don't have a calculator for this question, so we need to think about it. If you go to 90 degrees, okay, which everyone knows is a quarter of a circle, so that is 1 over 4. 45 is half of 90, so that means it's half of 1 over 4, which is 1 over 8. So we have here 1 over 8 times pi times 5x minus 1 squared. There we go. Okay. Now, our cutout is going to be nearly the same thing. We're going to be using the same formula. However, we only have to come to 3x minus 1 centimeters. So this is going to be 45 degrees over 360 degrees. Just change that, 360 degrees, times pi times 3x minus 1 squared centimeters squared. Okay, because again of the unit here. This is the same thing. So it's 1 over 8 times pi times 3x minus 1 squared. So this means the area of shape A is going to be 1 over 8 pi, I'm taking it out as a factor, 5x minus 1 squared minus 3x minus 1 squared. Like that. Okay? Now, let's expand and simplify this. Okay? This will equal 1 over 8 pi times 5x times 5x. So I'm just going to write it here, actually, what we're doing. So we're doing 5x minus 1 times 5x minus 1. This is going to be 25x squared minus 5x minus 5x plus 1. Okay, because we're doing 5x times 5x, 5x minus 1, minus 1 times 5x, and minus 1 times minus 1. And this will get us 25x squared minus 10x plus 1. Like that, minus, now let's expand 3x minus 1 squared. So we have 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1. We have 9x squared minus 3x plus 1. So because again we're doing 3x times 3x, 9x squared, 3x times minus 1 times 3x, and minus 1 times minus 1. So that's all good. This is going to be 9x squared minus 6x plus 1. There we go, like that. Okay, this equals 1 over 8 pi times 25x squared minus 9x squared. We're collecting like terms here, so this is 16x squared. Minus 10x minus 6x is minus 16, minus 10x minus 6x. So we're going to add the 6x on, and we have minus 4x, like that. Now, we are going to find the area of sector B, or area of shape B. Okay, and the area of shape B is just going to be the area of a circle. Okay, so area of shape B, we know it's going to have a diameter of 2 minus 2x. So what this means is the radius equals half of this. So it's half of 2 minus 2x, which is going to be 1 minus x, like that. Okay, So what we can say is area of B equals pi times the radius squared, and we said the radius is 1 minus x squared. So this equals pi times x squared minus 2x plus 1. And this is because if here we have 1 minus x times 1 minus x, 1 times 1 is 1, minus x times 1 is minus x, and then minus x times minus x is x squared. And if you add the minus x's together, you get minus 2x, like that. Now, all we need to do is set these equal to each other because we're told the areas of both shapes are the same. So we end up with 1 over 8 times 16x squared minus 4x times pi equals pi times x squared minus 2x plus 1. Pi on both sides cancel. Multiply this side by 8. Okay, so we will end up with 16x squared minus 4x equals 8x squared minus 16x plus 8. So in a sense what we did was we multiplied by 8 on this side and multiplied by 8 on this side. Now we can rearrange, so we will have 8x squared minus 4x plus 16x, so 16x minus 4x is 12x plus 12x minus 8 equals 0. And what we did to get to this side is from here we subtracted 8x squared minus 16x plus 8 from this side, and we also did the same thing on this side, so minus 8x squared minus 16x plus 8, like that. We're going to divide through by 4 because that is the highest common factor of these numbers. So we have 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 equals 0. From here, we use a quadratic formula to say that x1 and x2 equals minus 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 3, so 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times minus 2 AC all over 2a, which is 2 times 2. And we get here that this equals either 1 over 2 or minus 2, okay, as your solutions for this. Now the problem is we can't say that these are both the solutions. We need to check they're valid. So if we come up to the top, first value is a half, okay? Is it fair to say 3x minus 1 at x equals half? Well, let's test it. 3 times a half, minus 1 is 3 over 2 minus 1, so this is 0.5. Okay, so that's fine. 2 times a half is 1, and 2 minus 2 times a half is 2 minus 1, which is 1, okay? So in this case, 1 half works as a value of x, okay, because none of the dimensions end up being negative. So we can come here very comfortably and say x equals a half, but we need to check with minus 2. So we come here and we check. So 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, minus 1 is minus 7. So already for this one, at x equals minus 2, 3x minus 1 equals minus 7. And we can't have a negative value for our length. Okay, so already x doesn't work in this case. So we will leave our answer as just being x equals a half. So this question is worth 5 marks. The first mark comes from deriving an algebraic expression for the area of A, okay, which will get you up to here. So this is your first mark. Your second mark comes from expanding and simplifying your area of A that you've derived. The third mark comes from getting the area of B and using that to form a quadratic equation. So here, this is our third mark. The fourth mark comes from solving it using the quadratic formula. And the fifth mark comes from choosing the correct solution of your answer.